Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we're moving on to game week 21 of our Premier League predictions. Thogdad, how you doing, son?
I'm doing all right, Theo. I've got a big smile on my boat race, although I don't know why, because last week me and you got 6 points and Kevin Rooney from the meme got 10 points. He absolutely taught us a lesson there.
We've been beaten by the meme.
Yeah.
I actually think this is the first week we've lost to the guest, and it's by the meme guy.
He is brilliant.
Okay, Rooney, credit to you, mate. That's unbelievable. It rarely happens when we both get beaten by the guest.
We got smashed, and overall it's guests 111. You're on 127 and I'm on 138, Theo.
Decent, but Thogdad, let's move on to today's like target. What are you going for?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going for 15,000 likes.
What are you doing? Why have you got gloves on? What's the point of that?
Because you said we've got a great goalkeeper in this video today. And it's me, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Thursday night,
You're crap.
saving...
You're rubbish.
Theo.
You can't save down your left. You're like Joe Hart. When he played for Turin, you can't save on his left side.
Wow.
You're just like him.
Wow.
We brought in a keeper that can save on both sides. He may even have the most caps in the Premier League. He has his own vlogging channel. He's a legend. We've brought on Ben Foster. Yes, we have. Not Thogdad. Ben Foster is our special guest today. You didn't think we could top the others, did you?
Hi guys, I'm Ben Foster, the Cycling GK, Thogden, Thogdad. Thank you so much for having me on your channel to do the Premier League predictions. Massive fan of the channel. Let's get into it.
And now over to Liverpool for Everton in 7th against Newcastle in 16th. And Theo, did you see that goal from James Rodriguez?
It was pretty impressive, wasn't it? You know, in the 1-1 draw versus Leicester, that James Rodriguez was the real kind of special moment of that game. What a shot. And you know what? To think it was on his weak foot makes you believe all those people saying he didn't have a right foot. There you go. What a banger, man.
Absolutely amazing. Now, Newcastle, they lost to Leeds, but they played more attacking, aggressive, expansive football, didn't they, Theo?
Well, clearly Bruce knows his job is on the line. He has to go out there, try and fetch a win. And to be honest, I thought he was the better team in that Leeds game. Even Bielsa was apologising at full time to Steve Bruce, saying you were the better team out there. You deserved to get the 3 points. I feel bad for Bruce. He deserved it.
Absolutely, Theo. But in this game, it's got to be home advantage. Everton 2-0.
I've gone Everton 2-1. Newcastle don't score much, but they scored in the last game and they hit the woodwork so many times. I'm a back 'em for a goal. And you know what? This could end a 1-1 draw because I get the feeling Bruce needs to find a point at least from somewhere. I don't think it'll happen against Everton though, because they're just so good and they've got so much quality. DCL ain't scoring, but James, you got Richarlison, even Digne playing left mid. They got all the lads. I'm going 2-1 Everton. Let's go over to our very special guest, Ben Foster.
Everton, Newcastle. Newcastle have been on a stinking run of form lately. Haven't scored a goal in forever. It's got to be a 2-0 win to Everton, okay? 2-0 win. I've got Calvert. I think I put Calvert-Lewin back in my team as well on Dream Team. Yeah, I could do with Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring a couple.
Back to London now for Crystal Palace in 14th against Wolverhampton Wanderers in 13th. Now, this is a bit of a middle-of-the-table clash, isn't it, Theo?
Yeah, it is. I get the feeling this game's got a draw written all over it. You look at Palace, they've not been great recently. They've taken a few losses to, for example, West Ham. They got Suchecked, pretty much. And then you look at Wolves, and yeah, it was a 0-0 versus Chelsea, but they weren't that great. They kind of sat back. Defensively, they were all right. I'll give it to them. I think Max Kilman, Connor Cody, Willy Bolly, they were all beasts. But going forward, yes, they nearly sneaked it at the end, but it wasn't a dominant performance. So I'm going to just go for a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on the fence as well. I thought that Wolves were okay as a unit defensively. They spoilt the party for Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm just going to agree 1-1. Now over to the man who's got 1,178 saves in the Premier League. That is a record. Ben Foster.
Crystal Palace, Wolves. This is a tough match because both teams, you never really know what you're going to get from them. I will say, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, okay? 1-1 draw. I haven't got either of them teams in my dream team, so no worries either way.
And now it's top against bottom. Manchester City in 1st against Sheffield United in 20th. But Theo, both teams won last week.
Yeah.
And Man City, what about? Who do we talk about here? Cancelo, Gundogan, Mahrez, Sterling, all brilliant, weren't they?
Dad, when you told me De Bruyne was injured, I didn't expect what I watched last week. A 5-0 battering. The likes of Gundogan running the show.
Yeah.
What player will not turn up this season? There's not a single City lad you can look up and say they weren't that good. They were all unreal. I know it was West Brom, but it was a battering, wasn't it?
Yeah, but West Brom were absolutely terrible. But having said that, you've got to go out there and beat who's in front of you, haven't you, Theo?
Correct.
And Sheffield United, they go away to the red side of Manchester and they win.
I know.
Ollie Burke, Theo, Leipzig's star.
You mug. If you were watching the stream, you get that reference. But yes, oh my God, I did not expect that. Sheffield United to beat Man United at Old Trafford. The Man City players will be going over to the Blades players at the start of the game saying, thank you, you've been our competition. We're now going to win the league. Or are they going to also trump Man City? Are Sheffield United the title trumpers this season? Are they just going to beat them? They're on a great run. Sheffield United are 4 wins out of 5 games.
That is simply amazing. Can they stay up there? Surely not.
Well, they're on some great form. You know, Wilder's got things going again. Just like last season, they love a momentum run. Maybe this is the beginning of it. Maybe a shithousery here. Man City 0, Sheffield United 1.
Are you going to go for that?
Well, could it happen? Tell us in the comments below.
Yeah, well, I think no chance. I think Manchester City are a different gravy.
Yeah.
3-0 there.
But it's their competition there. United, they beat them.
So
away.
Go on, be brave then.
Man City 4-0. Now over to the man that was once headhunted by Sir Alex Ferguson for £1 million.
Man City, Sheffield United. Man United got beat by Sheffield United, which nobody saw that coming. I can't see that happening against Man City. At the Etihad, no chance. Man City are ruthless at home. I'm going to go for a 5-0 win. I've got Raheem Sterling as captain. So, Raheem, if you could score probably 3 or 4, that'd be sweet. Thanks, mate.
And now for West Bromwich Albion against Fulham, 19th against 18th. And this has to be one of the most important games of the game week, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, West Brom, woeful against Man City there.
Dad, not just woeful against Man City. Their recent home form, let me read out, is 0-5, 0-4, 0-5, 0-3. That's West Brom's fortress. I mean, Big Sam, sort it out, mate. What a time to get 3 points, though, because this is a 6-pointer. You know, West Brom would go above Fulham if they win it.
Wow. Now, Fulham are 5 points behind Brighton, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
So a win here would be absolutely crucial, but surely not Theo. I mean, they're the draw specialists, aren't they?
And it's Big Sam. He's going to stop here. I simply can't go for anything else but a boring 1-1 draw. I'm sorry, listen, I know we do it in these games, but they always end up being a 0-0 or 1-1. So don't hate us, hate the game.
And I'm just going to be dull and predictable 1-1 draw. And now over to the man with the best sneaker collection in Warwickshire, Ben Foster.
West Brom at home to Fulham. I'm going to go... This is a massive game, by the way. Massive game. Baggies need to win this. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Baggies win. It's going to be tough. It will be a battle and it's going to be an edgy game because both teams need the point massively, but I'm going to go for Baggies. Come on, the Baggies.
And now back to London for Arsenal against Manchester United, 9th against 2nd. Now it was that combination of Laka, Xhaka and Saka who got 5 goal contributions between them to beat Southampton. They're in good form, aren't they, Arsenal?
Arsenal are in good form. The last 2 times they played in the Premier League in the Emirates against Man United, they won this fixture 2-0. They love it, really.
They do, and even Pepe scored in the last game.
I know.
£72 million, very well spent.
He also scored in one of those 2 head-to-head games where they last beat Man United 2-0 on the Emirates. So, who knows, it's all waiting for a Pepe masterclass.
Now, this is a hard one to call because Man United had that shock defeat at home, didn't they, Theo?
Yeah.
But before that, they were in superb form, weren't they?
They were, and of course, Dad, let's not forget it. You take out that game, Man United still in a title race. If they get a win here, it would be massive for them to, to catch up to Man City. They're playing Sheffield United, the team Man United lost to. We won't speak too much about that, will we, Dad?
We won't. But Theo, Martin Odegaard, how do you pronounce that?
I don't think you know. I think it's best you just don't say his name. But that geezer that he just mentioned, or attempted to mention, has signed for Arsenal. Do you think he's going to have a debut impact into this game?
No, I don't.
Really?
No, I don't. He's too young. He's fresh to the Premier League. And there's some folk think he's a bit overrated. So I think it'll take him time to adapt. No, he's not going to have a masterclass.
Thogdad, you're a mug. He's a baller. What you don't understand about him, his last loan out to Sociedad, he was balling, mate. I'm telling you, he is going to help Arsenal going forward. He's going to be creative. They said goodbye to the German MO. They brought in the Norwegian MO. He's going to be a baller and he will help them so much.
He's the new Ozil, is he, Theo?
He's the new MO. I didn't say Ozil. They're both MO. I definitely think he'll give them a confidence boost.
Yeah.
The players will be going out there knowing United have just lost, and a lot of the players got stick. I just want to say out right now, the stick Twanzebe was getting on Instagram, completely out of order, is terrible. If you're one of the United fans that's giving him stick and saying certain things that I saw on Instagram and Twitter, then stop it, because it's just so wrong on a young lad like him.
Yeah.
One bad game and you're treating it like that, it's shocking. But to all the United fans that have come out and said, this is shocking, I respect you, because that's your own fan base, I appreciate it. But coming into this Arsenal Man United game, I think Ole is going to start to crumble. I get the sense that Arsenal are going to win this game.
Wow.
It's at the carpet. Arsenal, as a club, are just a little bit more positive at the moment, I think, especially after that Sheffield United result. I'm seriously going to go Arsenal 2, Man United 1.
Now, Theo, you know what? I nearly went for that, and then I bottled it, and I'm going for 1-1.
Wait, what? That's not like you. A 1-1 draw?
I know.
Oh, Thogdad.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, you're really going excited today, aren't you? Bloody hell. Let's go over to the Manchester United fan and ex-Man United player, Ben Foster, for one of the biggest games of this game week.
Right, let's go Arsenal at home to Man U. That's a tough one. That is a real tough one. Again, you don't really know what you're going to get from both of these teams. Arsenal on massive run of form at the minute, been flying in fact. Man U are quite good against the big teams though. I'm going to go for 0-0. 0-0 draw, all right? Ball draw.
And now for a middle of the table clash between Southampton in 11th and Aston Villa in 10th. Now these are two teams who started the year very well.
Yeah.
It's faded, hasn't it, Theo?
That it's always a high scoring encounter when these two face. 7 goals when they last played. Villa 3, Southampton 4 was the scoreline the last time. Do you remember that game?
That is amazing, Theo. But what's going to happen this time round?
Well, Dad, Goldbridge said the Villa's bubble was going to burst. They lost 3-2 to Burnley.
Yeah.
Are they going to lose again?
Well, this is one that's very hard to call. I look at the Villa squad and I still like it. I'm a massive fan of Grealish, as you know, and Watkins and others. But Southampton, they're a great unit. All I can do here, sit on the fence again, 1-1.
Thogdad, you're just boring me at this point. Like, you've got to go out and say some more extravagant predictions. Yes, you might win on the points and you'll, oh, look at me, yeah. But I'm going to go out there and make a statement, okay?
Yeah,
and be interesting. I'm going to say Saints 2-1. I'm going to say they're going to get the win. I know Villa fans love to give me stick about how I go against them. But listen, when I predict you wins, I'm usually right. I'm going Saints 2-1, but it all depends on whether Romeo and Walker-Peters return. They're both a doubt. If they play, I will back that. Hazenhuttl, you've got to back him.
Yeah, and you've heard enough from us mugs. Now over to the guy who played for England 8 times, Ben Foster.
Southampton at home to Aston Villa. Villa have been struggling lately. Southampton a decent home. Southampton are a good team, you know. They're a good team. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Southampton.
And now for Chelsea in 8th against Burnley in 15th.
Yep.
And Burnley have been amazing recently, and Chelsea have got a new manager. What do you think about Tuchel, Theo?
Dad, the last time we sat down for Premier League predictions, Lampard was still in a job.
Yeah.
We woke up the next morning. I woke up a little bit late because I never wake up early during lockdown. And I was like, oh, I checked my phone. Oh, Lampard's been sacked, has he?
Yeah.
Biggest shock I woke up to because no one really expected it the night before. And then we posted our Prem predictions, but we still were talking like Lampard was the coach.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But he did get a 0-0 Tuchel against Wolves. What was your verdict on his tactics and the way he set the team out?
Well, I think it's too early to say, really. I've been impressed by Callum Hudson-Odoi recently, who was tried in a new role.
He was. Tuchel clearly. Actually, something that Lampard didn't do as much. Wants Hudson-Odoi to be vital and the pivot at the part of their attacks.
Yeah.
You could see how much they were giving him the ball. You could see how much they wanted to bring the best out of him. Do you think Tuchel sees a lot of potential?
I think he does. He's still looking at the players. He's only been in a job 3 or 4 days, of course. But it's interesting how when Mason Mount came on and Pulisic, then chances started to happen.
Mason Mount. I hope he gives him more game time because Havertz still looked a little bit clueless. Werner didn't get any game time. And coming into this Burnley game, he's got another home game. Do you think he'll get the win?
I do, actually. I think it'll be very close. Now, Burnley have won 3 of the last 5, and Sean Dyche, I'm a massive fan. I've got huge respect for the man.
Okay.
And it looks like Burnley will be safe if they can continue like this and maybe win 3 or 4 more games.
Dad, Burnley just beat Villa 3-2.
I know.
The game before they beat Liverpool. They stopped the unbeaten home Premier League run of 3 years. Burnley are on incredible form. Do you not think the team know each other well enough to knock down a team that played with each other for 3 days under Tuchel?
I know, in most seasons we'd be saying 3-0 Chelsea or something.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not. I'm saying it'll be a close game.
Okay.
I'm saying that Burnley will be really tough for Thomas Tuchel to play against. But I'm just going to go a narrow win for Chelsea, 1-0.
I agree with you, Dad. The last 2 times they played, it ended 3-0. But listen, new tactics. Tuchel will just accept a 1-0 win. I'm going for the same. But let's go over to the man that wishes he was good as me on Fantasy Premier League. You know it's true, Ben. You know it's true. Over to you.
Chelsea at home to Burnley. Burnley are so, you just don't know what you're going to get from Burnley. They're a tough team to play against, though. And Chelsea, new manager, kind of all over the shop at the minute. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think Burnley will be buzzing with that as well.
And now it's Leicester City in 3rd against Leeds United in 12th. And I can't wait for this game. Now, Leicester must be favourites here, mustn't they, Theo?
You say that, but Vardy's still injured.
Yeah.
And they got a 1-1 draw over Everton, which was okay. But you do think if Vardy was fit for that game, they potentially could have won it?
That is true, Theo. And Leeds are looking really good at the moment. And it was
Yeah.
Rafinha, wasn't it? A goal and an assist in his last game against Newcastle. So it's not going to be easy for Leicester, is it?
Yeah, it was a solid win. Jack Harrison scored as well. But Newcastle were very unlucky. And
Yeah.
they could have drawn or lost that game on another day. They hit the crossbar like twice.
Yeah.
And so many close chances. So coming into this, Foxes are at home. They're on good form. Tielemans is running the show at the moment. Like, him and Maddison look so good. Like, they're just ballers. And I do believe they're going to have enough in them to get the win. So I'm going to go Leicester 2-1. But Leeds, on their day, they could do it. And head-to-head, last time they played, it was 4-1 Leicester. So clearly they know how to break them down. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon it's going to be a good game. And there might be goals. And I'm going to go, like you, for a Leicester 2-1 win.
You're copying me. I could go for a boring 1-1. Are you copying me?
But now over to the man who used to drink Strongbow dark fruits with Cristiano Ronaldo, Ben Foster.
Right, Leicester at home to Leeds. We are going to go for a 3-2 win to Leicester. Leeds score goals for fun. Leicester are a very good team. Very, very good team. They absolutely popped Everton last week. So I'm going to go for a 3-2 win to Leicester.
And now back to London for West Ham United against Liverpool. The team in a Champions League place against Liverpool, 4th against 5th. Now, we should call them Souček United these days, shouldn't we, Theo? He's bagging all those points for FPL, isn't he? Eh?
We don't have him. Typical. Just let him have more points, mate. Everybody has him but us. It's fuming.
I know.
David Moyes has found his Fellaini, that's for sure.
He has. Now, West Ham have been just brilliant. And Liverpool, well, we're filming this before the game against Spurs. We don't know what's going to happen there. But recently, what's gone wrong at Liverpool, Theo?
Dad, you compare their recent form. West Ham, all last 6 games, won every single one of them.
I know.
And some of them have been really tough games. Liverpool, on the other hand, they've won 1 of the last 6.
Yeah.
We're talking about Liverpool Football Club.
I know.
The team that went unbeaten for 3 years until Burnley did what they did. It's Liverpool, the Premier League title holders, Champions League last year. How are they going on such a bad run?
I really don't know, Theo. A lot of it stems from the defensive problems, of course. When you haven't got centre-backs, it makes it hard. It's a bit of an Achilles heel there.
I don't know why the owners aren't saying, we're one of the biggest clubs in the world, let's go sign a world-class centre-back. Have someone to play next to Van Dijk in the future, and have someone to play right now. I just don't get it.
It really shocks me. And they're missing Diogo Jota.
Yeah,
because Firmino is not a goal scorer these days. And Salah, Mane, they're just not the same Salah and Mane of a month or two ago.
Dad. Last cup game, I know United won 3-2, but Salah scored a good double.
Yes.
He might be back for this game, and Liverpool-Tottenham tonight, which hasn't happened yet, but who knows? I'm going to predict West Ham 1, Liverpool 1. It might be a big statement for a lot of you, but I've gone for it. And the reason is, you compare the recent form, and I just reckon it. Like, a couple games ago on head-to-head, Antonio scored and it ended 1-1. I'm going to go for the exact same thing. Antonio to score again, 1-1 draw. Do you agree with me, you Mike?
Ditto.
That's
I'm sorry, but this is a 1-1 draw.
I just want a different prediction. So it's time to go with a man that, he might have a ketchup named after him or something, but it's not quite a beer. It's not quite a beer name. Get a beer name after you and then maybe you can talk. Ben, what are you going for?
West Ham at home to Liverpool. West Ham are flying. Oh my gosh, are they flying? I have got 3 West Ham players in my team. Dawson, Mikel Antonio and Thomas Souček. Souček is killing it, by the way. Oh, it's a hard one to predict this. I think this could be a draw, Liverpool haven't been in the best of form lately. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
And finally, it's Brighton and Hove Albion in 17th against Tottenham Hotspur in 6th. Now, Brighton really are the draw specialists, aren't they? They drew again last week. Spurs, we don't know what's going to happen tonight against Liverpool. But I tell you what, Jose Mourinho's in charge. They've not given up their hopes of winning the title.
You say that, but last time Brighton played Tottenham at the Amex, Plastic Boy, only a very niche will know that. But,
what the hell are you talking about there?
No, the last time they played the Amex, I'm not going to say it, it ended 3-0 to Brighton in this game.
Yes.
And Tottenham, you might say, oh yeah, but they had Kane and Son injured. No, they both played. And Ndombele, he played all the big lads. Coming into this, I honestly reckon it's a different story. Tottenham are on better form. Like you said, I don't think a title race is written off yet, but top 4 is definitely in contention. Maybe some silverware and a cup or something for Jose. It's important they get the winner, and I think they will. Brighton 0, Tottenham 2, Kane and Son to get something. Ndombele actually to score another screamer, I reckon.
Now, Brighton, like last season, they are very difficult to beat. Are you just drinking an empty bottle there?
I am, but I had to flex it again. Sorry, Ben Foster.
No problem, but I'm going to go for Brighton 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
But you're a mug. So.
I know I'm a mug, but I'll tell you a person who isn't a mug, because in the 2009 League Cup final, he was man of the match. And in 2014, he went to Brazil in the World Cup final.
Just get a room.
We've got a legend today.
Get a room,
Ben
mate.
Foster.
Bloody hell.
And then finally, last game, Brighton at home to Tottenham. It's got to be a Tottenham win. Brighton, they are pretty good at home. They're resolute. They'll make it tough, but I think Tottenham will get over the line. I'm going to go 3-1, in fact. I'm going to go 3-1, Harry Kane, Son, as per usual. Dynamic duo, assist, goals for fun. 3-1 to Tottenham.
Right, it's been a pleasure to have you on, Ben. And you know what? When all this COVID stuff is done, we'll get me whipping the balls in, just like the Amazon Prime delivery on Instagram. Put a video in. Thogdad bullet headers. Ben Foster in goal. Who's winning that one? We should have a little competition. Who can score or save more? I think we all know the answer. Thogdad, he's just carving it, getting it ready, isn't he?
Hey, and Ben, if you ever want to play on a Thursday night down here in London, come along, mate. But I tell you what, we've already got a great keeper, so you might have to play in defence.
That's a pretty big statement. You know what? In 5-a-side, just get Ben Foster up top.
Yeah.
No, you might as well.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Thanks for having me on. Honestly, I buzz off doing this stuff. Thogdad, as I said, I love your channel. Keep it going. My son Louis watches it for fun, all right? Well done, guys. See you soon.
And everyone go and subscribe to the Cycling GK. It's a brilliant channel, isn't it?
Get a room. No, I'm kidding. No, it's actually a great channel. Go subscribe to it. Big up Ben Foster for coming on. How do we top Goldbridge Ben Foster? I don't even know.
Impossible.
Right. Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy the Premier League coming up, and we will see you all very soon.
See ya.
Bye, guys.